Now second chapter, inverse trigonometry functions, in which first topic is inverse function. I hope all of you know about trigonometry functions. You have covered in class 11th. Since trigonometry functions are not a one-one function, these functions are many-one functions. And domain and range of trigonometry functions are as follows, which you have covered in class 11. Sin y, domain of sin y is all real number and range -1 to +1. Cos y, domain all real number, range -1 to +1. Tan y, cosec y, sec y, and cot y. Domain and range table is given here. In class 11th you have covered domain of all trigonometry functions and range of all trigonometry functions. Now since function is not one function and onto, therefore it is not possible to find inverse of this function. To find the inverse of function, we should confine its domain to make the function as 1 and 2. For that purpose, domain of sin y confined in the interval -π/2 to +π/2 and range -1 to +1. Now in this situation we can say function is 1 and 2. Similarly, domain are cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot, confined to make the function 1 and 2. If function is 1 and 2, then we can say inverse of function exists and we can find inverse of function. In case of inverse of function, domain and range interchange. Y equal to sin inverse x. The inverse of sin y. Inverse of first trigonometry function. And range of sin y now here. Domain. And domain becomes range, which is also known as principal value branch or principal value. Similarly, second inverse function cos inverse x, domain -1 to +1 and range 0 to pi, close into. Tan inverse x, domain all real number and range -π/2 to +π/2, open interval, because at π/2 it is not defined. Similarly, cosec, sec, and cot. Domain of cosec inverse x, sec inverse x, cot inverse x. It's given here in this table. And similarly, range, which you can say principal value branch of inverse trigonometry functions. Properties of inverse trigonometry functions. Sin of sin inverse x equal to x and sin inverse sin y equal to y. In first case, sin of sin inverse x equal to x. Here x belongs closed interval -1 to 1. In case of second, sin inverse sin y equal to y represent angle, an angle between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 closed interval. For example, if sine of sine inverse root 3 by 2 equal to root 3 by 2, because root 3 by 2 belongs in the interval minus 1 to 1. Sine inverse sine 3 pi by 4. Since 3 pi by 4 not belongs in interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, therefore write 3 pi by 4 as pi minus pi by 4. And you will get sine inverse sine pi by 4 equal to pi by 4, because pi by 4 belongs in closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Second, same process, cos of cos inverse x equal to x and cos inverse cos y equal to y. Here y belongs closed interval 0 to pi. One example, cos of cos inverse 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 2. And second, cos inverse cos 9 pi by 4. Since 9 pi by 4 not belongs in 0 to pi, therefore you can write as 2 pi plus pi by 4. And cos 2n plus theta equal to cos theta, therefore cos inverse cos pi by 4. Now pi by 4 belongs to closed interval 0 to pi, therefore cos inverse cos pi by 4 equal to pi by 4, using identity cos inverse cos y equal to y. Similarly, for other trigonometric functions, tan of tan inverse x equal to x belongs R, and tan inverse tan y equal to y belongs in open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Similarly, cosec, sec and cot. In case of cosec, x closed interval minus 1 to 1 and y belongs closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 except 0, because it's y equal to 0, cosec y not defined. Similarly, sec inverse x equal to x and sec inverse sec y equal to y belongs closed interval 0 to pi except pi by 2. Again same reason, sec pi by 2 is not defined. And cot inverse x equal to x belongs R, and cot inverse cot y equal to y belongs open interval 0 to pi. There are two questions for practice. First question, find the principal value of cosec inverse 2 and cot inverse minus 1. Second, find the value of sin inverse sin 7 pi by 6 and sec inverse sec 4 pi by 3. Solve these two questions and give the answer. Now next topic, inverse trigonometric functions. Properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Some properties you have to remember, which you have to apply in this chapter to solve the questions. First property is sin inverse minus x equal to minus sin inverse x. Cosec inverse minus x equal to minus cosec inverse x. Same pattern, tan inverse minus x equal to minus tan inverse x. Cos inverse minus x equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Sec inverse minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. And cot inverse minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. All these identities are applicable in its domain. For example, sin inverse minus x equal to minus sin inverse x, x belongs closed interval minus 1 to 1. Similarly, for remaining, all of you know domain of these inverse functions. Proof: of first, let sin inverse minus x equal to theta or phi, whatever. Then minus x equal to sin phi, x equal to minus sin phi, and minus sin phi also we can write as sin minus phi, because sin is negative in third and fourth quadrant. In principal value branch, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 means fourth and first quadrant. Therefore, minus sin phi or sin inverse x equal to minus phi. Put the value of phi and we will get result sin inverse minus x equal to minus sin inverse x. Similarly, proof of remaining part you can complete. Next group of properties, sin inverse 1 upon x equal to cosec inverse x, cos inverse 1 upon x equal to sec inverse x, or also we can write as sin inverse x equal to cosec inverse 1 upon x, or cos inverse x equal to sec inverse 1 upon x, tan inverse 1 upon x equal to cot inverse x. Proof of first identity. Same process, let sin inverse 1 upon x equal to phi, 1 upon x equal to sin phi, x equal to 1 upon sin phi or x equal to cosec phi, or cosec inverse x equal to phi, and put the value of phi, we will get cosec inverse x equal to sin inverse 1 upon x, or sin inverse 1 upon x equal to cosec inverse x. Next group of properties, three identities are there. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Tan cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x equal to pi by 2. And tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. Proof, let sin inverse x equal to phi, you will get x equal to sin phi. Sin phi also we can write as cos 90 minus phi, because formula cos 90 minus phi equal to sin phi, or cos inverse x equal to pi by 2 minus phi, or phi plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Put the value of phi, and result you are getting as sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. Similarly, you can complete the proof of second and third identity. Now next, sin inverse x plus sin inverse y equal to sin inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square, or cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equal to cos inverse xy minus under root 1 minus x square into under root 1 minus y square, or tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Again, these identities are applicable in its principal value branch. For example, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Condition, x into y should be less than 1. Proof, same process, let sin inverse x equal to a and sin inverse y equal to b. We can write x equal to sin a and y equal to sin b. Now apply formula. Sin a plus b equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. In RHS, put the value of sin a and cos b, cos a and sin b. The next step, a plus b equal to sin inverse, or put the value of a and b, you will get result as sin inverse x plus sin inverse y equal to sin inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Now next, if minus sign is there, sin inverse x minus sin inverse y, or cos inverse x minus cos inverse y, or tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Next three identities are here. And proof of first identity is same process as in previous slide. Let sin inverse x equal to a and sin inverse y equal to b. Rx equal to sin a and y equal to sin b. Now use formula sin a minus b equal to sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Put the value of sin a cos b and cos a sin b. And after solving, you will get result as sin inverse x minus sin inverse y equal to sin inverse x under root 1 minus y square minus y under root 1 minus x square. In this process, you can complete the remaining two identities derivation. Next group of identities for this chapter: 2 sin inverse x equal to sin inverse 2x under root 1 minus x square, or 2 cos inverse x equal to cos inverse 2x square minus 1, 2 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square, or also we can write this as sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. Our third one, 2 tan inverse x equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. Proof of first part: let sin inverse x equal to a means x equal to sin a. Then use formula of sin to a, 2 sin a cos a. Put the value of sin a and cos a. The next step, 2a equal to sin inverse of 2x under root 1 minus x square. Put the value of a and result you will get 2 sin inverse x equal to sin inverse 2x under root 1 minus x square. Similarly, you can compute the proof of 2 cos inverse x or 2 tan inverse x. In case of 2 cos inverse x, you have to assume cos inverse x equal to a, and in case of 2 tan inverse x, assume tan inverse x equal to a. And then you can apply formula tan to a, and after solving, you will get result. Next, 3 sin inverse x equal to sin inverse 3x minus 4x cube. 3 cos inverse x equal to cos inverse 4x cube minus 3x, and 3 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square. Proof same process. Let sin inverse x equal to a, x equal to sin. Since you have to prove formula for 3 sin inverse x, so now use sin 3a formula. Sin 3a equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Put the value of sin a in RHS. You will get sin 3a equal to 3x minus 4x cube, or 3a equal to sin inverse 3x minus 4x cube. Put the value of a, 3 sin inverse x equal to sin inverse 3x minus 4x cube. In this process, you can complete the proof of 3 cos inverse x and 3 tan inverse x. In case of 3 cos inverse x, you have to use formula of cos 3a, and cos 3a equal to 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a, and tan 3a equal to 3 tan a minus tan cube a upon 1 minus 3 tan square a.